Hello students, a very good morning to all of you. I am Dr. Rashmi Chawla and today I will be teaching you international trade, recent trends in international trade. Our topic is recent trends in India's foreign trade 2019-20. This report which I will be dealing with you today is given by Ministry of Commerce and Industry, India's foreign trade for February 2020. It has been posted on 13th March 2020 by PIB Delhi, that is Press Information Bureau. Let's discuss about India's foreign trade. See the chart which has been given here. They have given the data first in the form of merchandise, that is tangible goods, from the period April 2019 to February 2020. Then they are discussing about the services, that is intangibles, that is also for the period from April 2019 to Feb 2020. And then the overall trade, that is merchandise plus services, that too from April 2019 to Feb 2020. Before discussing the data with you, I just want to mention that the latest data for services sector released by RBI is for January 2020. The data for February 2020 is just an estimation which will be revised based on RBI's subsequent release. So let's discuss. India's overall exports, merchandise and services combined in April to Feb 2020 are estimated to be $491.64 billion, exhibiting a positive growth of 2.13% over the same period last year. Now we come to imports. Overall imports in April 2019 to Feb 2020 are estimated to be $559.45 billion, exhibiting a negative growth of 3.90 over the same period last year. If we see the overall trade, that is from April 2019 to Feb 2020, there's a trade deficit of 67.89 billion US dollars. Now we come to the next topic. See, we are discussing here the exports and imports in rupees, that is the figure has been given in crores. Now, first of all, we see exports in February 2020 were $27.65 billion as compared to 26.87 billion US dollars in Feb 2019, exhibiting a positive growth of 2.91%. In rupee terms, we are talking about rupee terms. So in rupee terms, exports were 1,97,646.12 crore in February 2020 as compared to 1,91,345.27 crore in February 2019, registering a positive growth of 3.29%. So this is a very good growth, that is a positive growth of 3.29%. That is very good for us. Now, cumulative value of exports for the period April to Feb 2019 were 292.91 US dollars, billion US dollars, that is rupees 20 lakh 67,408.73 crore as against 297.36 billion US dollars, that is rupees 20 lakh 80,407.94 crore during the period April Feb 2018-19, registering a negative growth of 1.50% in dollar terms and a negative growth of 0.62% in rupee terms. Now we come to imports. Imports in Feb 2020 were 37.50 billion US dollars, that is 2,68,063.75 crore, which were 2.48% higher in dollar terms and 2.86% higher in rupee terms over imports of US dollars 36.59 billion US dollars, that is rupees 2,60,603.47 crore in Feb 2019. So cumulative value of imports for the period April February 2019-20 were 436.03 billion US dollars, that is rupees 30 lakh 76,000 266.13 crore as against US dollars 470.36 billion US dollars, that is rupees 32 lakh 90,920.85 crore during the period April to Feb 2018-19, registering a negative growth of minus 7.30% in dollar terms and a negative growth of minus 6.52% in rupee terms. Now, when we talk about the trade balance, we can see there's a deficit of we can see the deficit figures in both 2018-19 as well as in 2019-20. Next, we come to trade in services. So trade in services again, exports and imports. As per the latest press release by RBI dated 13 March 2020, exports in January 2020 were 18.99 billion US dollars, that is rupees 1,35,389.25 crore, registering a positive growth of 6.99% in dollar terms vis-a-vis January 2019. The estimated value of services export for February 2020 is 19.48 billion US dollars. Now we come to imports, the payments. As per the latest press release by RBI dated 13 March 2020, imports in January 2020 were 12 billion US dollars, that is rupees 85,583.69 crore, registering a positive growth of 8.89% in dollar terms vis-a-vis January 2019. The estimated value of service import for February 2020 is 12.43 billion US dollars. Next, we come to trade balance. Now, when we talk about trade balance, again, they have given a bifurcation of merchandise and services. The trade deficit for February 2020 was estimated at 9.85 billion US dollars as against the deficit of 9.72 billion US dollars in Feb 2019. When we talk about services, as per RBI's press release dated 13 March 2020, the trade balance in services, that is net services export for January 2020, is estimated at 6.98 billion US dollars. And when we take a look at overall trade balance, taking merchandise and services together, overall trade deficit for April 2019 to Feb 2020 is estimated at 67.89 US dollars billion dollars as compared to 100.74 billion US dollars in April to Feb 2018 and 19. Next, we come to the merchandise trade. See, they have given the 5 commodities in terms of exports, including re-exports. So in Feb 2020, Major commodity group of exports shows positive growth over the corresponding month of last year. So what are these products? What are these commodities which are showing a positive growth in exports? The first one is electronic goods, which is showing a positive growth of 37.05%. Then next, organic and inorganic chemicals, that is showing again a positive growth of 16.33%. Petroleum products registering a positive growth of 10.08%. Engineering goods 8.74%, drugs and pharmaceuticals 8.33%. When we talk about imports in India, major commodity of import showing negative growth in February 2020 over the corresponding month of last year. So, iron and steel registering a negative growth of 26.16%, organic and inorganic chemicals registering a negative growth in imports of 14.68%, coal, coke and briquettes, etc. 8.63%, gold 8.53%, and electronic goods 6.66%. Now, I would like to show you the trading items for export for India for the period February 2020. So you can see there are so many commodities: tea, coffee, rice, cereals, tobacco, spices. Then as we scroll down, we'll find out there are petroleum products and there are other non-petroleum products also, crude oil. So these are the exports. Next we come to the import items. We get the import items over here. Again, here also we see the important crude oil and non-oil imports. Oil imports in February 2020. See, we can see over here the oil imports in Feb 2020 were 10.76 US billion dollars, that is rupees 76,893.83 crore, which was 14.26% higher in dollar terms, 14.6% higher in rupee terms, compared to 9.41 billion dollars, that is rupees 67,048.31 crore in February 2019. Oil imports in April to February 2019-20 were $119.42 million, which was 7.53% lower in dollar terms, that is 6.81% in rupee terms. We can see over here 6.81% in rupee terms compared to $129.14 million, that is rupees 9,04,417.53 crore over the same period last year. Now, leaving the petroleum, crude oil, and other products, if we talk about the other non-oil imports in February 2020, they were estimated at $26.74 billion, that is rupees 1,91,169.92 crore, which was 1.60% lower in dollar terms compared to $27.18 billion, that is rupees 1,93,555.16 crore in February 2019. Non-oil imports in April to February 2019-20 were $316.61 billion, that is rupees 22,33,421.88 crore, which was 7.21% lower in dollar terms, 6.41% lower in rupee terms compared to $341.22 billion, that is rupees 23 lakh 86,503.32 crore in April to February 2018-19. Now, when we talk about non-oil and non-gold imports, they were 24.38 $1.38 billion in February 2020, recording a negative growth of 0.87% as compared to non-oil and non-gold imports of $24.59 billion in Feb 2019. Non-oil and non-gold imports were $289.61 billion in April to February 2019-20, recording a negative growth of 7.06% as compared to non-oil and non-gold imports of $311.60 billion in April to February 2018-19. So, students, I hope you have understood this chapter very well. I hope you have understood what are the importing items, what are the exporting items for India, what is the balance of trade for India. Thank you so much.